of the things that people talk about with activism is that either you're at every protest and throwing a brick through a Starbucks window, or you are not an activist. And our vision of activism is that everybody is an activist, and whether you don't buy something at the you don't buy something.
Who was that? I missed that. Was that Ben?
Yeah, for the gentleman from Billy Talent. Whether you don't buy something at a Walmart, or you look at the label to make sure that it's not made in China in a sweatshop, our goal is to try and take the stigma away from activism that it has to be all or nothing. We think that it's an everyday occurrence.
One other thing I wanted to ask you guys about, I noticed that you've got all of your music videos on iTunes now that people can just get and put into their collections. Does that make you think about videos in a bit of a different way?
Well, again, as we were talking about earlier, it brings about that we don't have to have a middleman. We don't have to have somebody who says, well, this is deemed acceptable to be on our airwaves, and has to go through certain vetting processes. So that is definitely a great thing for us, because anytime that you can make communication that is completely free of any type of censorship or any type of thought of, well, it has to conform with this or that to get to these people, we can create things that we want to have, and only we want, only our ideas, and that's a lot of freedom that we've been able to have in the last couple of years, just because of the time in history that we're alive, that this is all available to us right now. But one of the things we do have to be aware is the powers that be are trying to keep that freedom away from us. And in the States, it's called net neutrality, where some of the larger internet providers are trying to say, well, unless you pay money, we're not going to allow your site to or people to have access to your information or your site.
To clarify, net neutrality is actually what we want. We want things to be neutral. We want everyone to have free access on the net. So net neutrality is actually the catchphrase that is on the side of good, so to speak.
It's starting to look like a bit of a danger zone back here. They're putting the gear onto the stage. You guys have a show to do in a bit.
The danger zone. Little Kenny Loggins for you, man.
1988 there going on right
You know
now.
how much I'm going to have to pay for the licensing for that line of the song you just did?
Happy birthday to you. That'll be some more money.
Like they're trying to get me sued here.
Cowboy on a steel horse I ride. You have to pay a little money for that.
Thank you so much for the interview, guys. Much appreciated.
Man. Word up. Peace.
Yo.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? This your boy Chingaling.
We are in a band called Kasabi.
Under Oath.
3 Days Grace.
The All-American Rejects.
Billy Talent.
Morning.
Cobra Starship.
Finger 11.
Wolf Mother, and you're watching
The Adler Report.
Adlercast.
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 You're watching the Adlercast. Who are you just going for?
We representing, we doing it real big.
That's what I'm talking about. Independent entrepreneurship, dog.